With this story, I had the opportunity to develop our doctor-companion relationship, but also catapult Will into space, which is a lifelong ambition. Okay, first thing you need to do when you get there is search for help, the doctor reminded Rhys, and then with a heavy heart, he looked longingly towards the door and braced himself. Rhys was apprehensive. First he felt his muscles lose their power. Moving felt so effortless, so easy. A sensation Rhys found fascinating. Hello and welcome to this little behind the scenes section of episode 1.5. With episode 1, Will and I wanted to establish our companion doctor dynamic and then go off having fun adventures with connecting threads in order to primarily satisfy ourselves into thinking that we're good writers. So now we have our starting point, it was time to put some more meat on the bones. The format of this story with the narrator allowed me to paint a better picture of what was going on in someone's head. There's only so much you can do with a few dramatic sighs and pauses and sound effects. So here I could spell out all of the Doctor's issues with a series of metaphors. The Doctor winced as he felt help crawling through his brain, moving the furniture and opening doors the Doctor intended to never open again. I started writing this story last summer with a very different version. I had space pirates and some kind of rare sort of big creature. Some of the ideas carried over into the final episode though. I had to discipline myself a little bit as I tried to finish the 12-page story, but by December I was happy to record. After spending Christmas recording with my friends' voices, I started editing in January. I found myself being quite proud of the thing I made, especially when I did it in such a short amount of time, relative to me. I'm very happy with the growing dynamic between the Doctor and Rhys most of all. There's a frosty reception, and then Rhys earns the Doctor's respect. There tends to be a story where the companion has a sort of arc like this, but this time I wanted to change the motives and give it a darker edge by making him attempt to impress the Doctor in a really unhealthy way. I love the idea of the Doctor's god complex where he's put on a pedestal a lot, and then for Rhys I like how the Doctor is built up more and more for Rhys to inevitably be let down one day. Rhys looked dazzled, but the facade was fading. For the first time, Rhys no longer allowed himself to be blissfully shepherded by the Doctor, but instead the thought subsided. In this episode, Help confronts the Doctor for the amount of bad things that have become an occupational hazard in the TARDIS, the trauma and the loss that drives the Doctor, and Help was my way of putting a mirror up and essentially having his darkest truths spoken aloud. It becomes all-consuming in the end.
You will fail again. Rhys will discover the man you are, and then your hearts will never be soothed. You will stand alone, isolated and regretful.
Unable to contain the burning within his body, Help entered a state of shock. It's actually more graphic than I thought it would be. A strange phrase when I'm talking about something in audio medium, I know, but the sounds of liquid fire, it's just horrific. It's rather the point. To be honest, the fury of the Doctor needs to tear Help down to emphasise the strength that the Doctor has. It does all end well, though, but the last vibrations of those words are going to linger for a while longer, I think.
Are you alright? Your eyes have been a bit glazed over.
His mouth, on the other hand, was on overdrive. Rhys gave the Doctor a reassuring look. He avoided Rhys's gaze. He was upset that Rhys even asked the question, like he wanted to be a guardian angel and fix him. This is quite a personal story as well. The hug scene at the end is reminiscent of my issues with physical touch. For years I was closed off and I'd barely make eye contact, let alone feel comfortable enough to give someone a hug. Like it was for me, this hug resembles a moment of change. Allowing someone that close to you, and as I say in the episode, that the Doctor feels protected by that hug. There's also a lot of contrasting words about how the hug initially is a sort of attack. It's just an incredibly sweet moment, and my favourite of the episode.
Right, nice one. Tell me the line, boy.
Why does it need to be me?
Because you're the one reading the line.
No.
Oh.
So, what's to come? more, I guess, at some point. I have some reworking of episode 2 to do, mostly streamlining. It's exciting nevertheless, and I hope you stick around to listen to it whenever I complete it.
How's that? Is that better? That's too quiet. How's that? Is that better?
Still slightly too quiet, just a little bit more.
How's that? Is that better?
Because I turned it down there, you turned it down there. We
Right.
cancelled each other out.
How's that? Is that better?
That's nice, I like that.
How's that?
Do it one more time, I may have still been giggling.
Why does it need to be me?
Beautiful.
I know I am. Help!
I like the burp, that was good.
I wasn't even in character.
I wasn't even character.
I was just be coughing.
Help.
Coughing my lungs up. Help!
Can you die later, please?
Fine. What am I doing?
Can you do the... You're wearing a top hat again, without touching the microphone this time.
Does it stay up?
It won't stay up.
Why won't it stay up? I want it like
Don't
that.
need to explain. Because it's not got a pin in it.
Do you want me to do it right with that, right?
I can stick a pencil on it. What was that?
I said I love doing these.
Ah, good. Beautiful.
I know, honestly, it comes natural.
Oh, do it again, but not right in front of the microphone.
Help!
That'll do it. My parents are going to think you're really weird.
They think that already, Dan.
Call for help. But then while you get called for help, I'm going to push you. Because the bear's going to launch onto you.
Are you gonna do
No, I'm not going to
as
make a
well?
sound, I'm just going to push you. Right.
When are you gonna push me? So
I'll probably do it on
fight
help.
or flight come back and smash your face in.
I'm going to do it on help.
So if you do it, hey, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm here to rescue the ship. I'll call for help. That was brilliant.
That was good. I like the...
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know you're here. Wrong you're.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was nothing. Let me get into character. I'm sure it was nothing. I'd be more impeded if you hurt this creature. That was absolute. I'm not doing it again.
That was it, though. That's your best take.
I have a clown with a box, one that should be trying to land.
Oh, sorry, you're running it this time.
Okay. I have a clown with a box, one that should be trying to land. Oh dear.
Oh dear God! Hang on, do you want me to? Do you want me to turn? Okay, let's go. Oh God!
Yeah.
I think you're a bit posh for Reese.
I wouldn't say oh dear God.
You wouldn't, would you? Yeah.
I have a clown with a box that should be trying to land. Oh God! We have hope of landing a vertigo. We've not read that line.
Not done that bit.
We have more hope of
Finding an off switch for the AI. We have more hope of finding an off switch.
I'm trying to read the
Moving it away because I need to see it.
You know the line!
Where are you starting? From the start.
I have a clown with a box that should be trying to land. Oh God! We have more of a hope of trying to find an off switch. That was very Nardole.
That was very not.
That was very Nardole. Oh God! We have more hope of...
Do it like, oh God, like Nina missed you.
Oh God! We have more chance of trying to find an off switch.
Beautiful.